Hi, welcome to the Wisdom Inspired Talk podcast. Thank you for joining me today. I am Yomi Akipelu, your wisdom coach, speaker, teacher, and author of Blow the Cap Off Your Capability and other books. In this podcast, we will learn from the wisdom of wise men and women from ancient and contemporary times. We will glean wisdom from books, biographies, teachings, quotes, and sayings of sages through the ages. So, let's dive right in. Today, we'll be speaking about character. But first, a quote and a story. Nwabweze Temple said, "Would your reputation recognize your character if they met in the dark?" Now for the story. I heard the story of a rock band called Van Halen. It is said that they would make outrageous demands when they went touring. One of their demands was quite strange. They requested for a bowl filled with M&M candy-coated chocolate in their dressing room. But that's not all. They asked that the brown M&Ms be taken out of the bowl. Really? What a weird request. But the lead singer, David Lee Roth, explained that this was not because the band wanted to make capricious demands, but rather a test of whether or not the contract had actually been thoroughly read, honored, and followed to the letter, and taken seriously. This is because the contract contained other requirements involving legitimate safety concerns. Now, if the bowl of M&Ms was present, then the band members would safely assume that the other legitimate items in the contract were being fulfilled to their satisfaction. The band felt that if that fickle M&M request was not met correctly, then they would have to line check the entire production, and it was a guarantee that they would run into trouble. But if that little thing was taken care of, then the bigger things would be taken care of as well. Jesus said, "If you are faithful in little things, you will be faithful in large ones." Putting it in another way, if you can be trusted or you're trustworthy in little things, then you're likely to be in greater things. On the way to your dreams, do your best at whatever your work is today, because being faithful and fruitful today opens the door for your dreams tomorrow. On your way to your God-sized dream, be faithful, be fruitful with the little you have today, and it will open the door to your tomorrow. So let me ask you, what little thing do you need to improve in order for God to open the door to bigger things? A wise man said, "Many a man's reputation would not know his character if they met on the street." Personality, charisma, talent, all this can open doors, but it's character that will keep that door open, because character delivers. People of character do what they say they will do. They keep their promises. They show up. Character is what you are in the dark. Excellence in character is shown by doing unobserved what we would be doing with the whole world watching. More harm has been done by people of weak character than by wicked people. The right train of thoughts will bring you to the best station in life, says a wise man. Nothing costs more than doing the wrong thing. The best thing to do to escape evil is to pursue good. Someone once said, "A little sin, a little compromise is like being a little pregnant. It will eventually show up." Character building is a slow process. Whenever we try to avoid or escape the difficulties of life, we short-circuit the process. We delay our growth and actually end up with the worst kind of pain. That is the worthless type that accompanies denial, avoidance, or regret. When we grasp the eternal consequence of character development, we'll pray fewer comfort me, Lord prayers, and we'll pray more conform me, Lord prayers. You see, life is a test. It's a trust and temporary assignment. Therefore, nothing is insignificant in your life. Nothing that happens to you is wasted. Even the smallest incident has significance for your character development. The more God gives you, the more responsible He expects you to be. If you treat everything as a trust, God promises you His affirmation, promotion, and celebration in the world to come. And now, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over little, I will put you in charge over many things. It's something we can expect in this life and in that to come. A silversmith was asked once, "How do you know when the silver is pure?" He said, "When I see my reflection in it." When we've been refined by trials, people can see God's reflection in us. Someone said concerning temptation, the opportunity may knock once, but when it comes to temptation, it leans on the doorbell. Temptation means to temper, that is to test for weakness. The only way to test character is by temptation. Your character is as strong as the temptation you fell for. You are as safe as your character. So don't focus on fighting temptation or tempting thoughts. Just refocus your attention on something else. Change the channel of your mind and get interested in another idea. Temptation begins by capturing your attention. And what gets your attention arouses your emotions, and your emotions activate your behavior. Ignoring temptation is far more effective than fighting it. Once your mind is on something else, the temptation loses its power. When temptation calls you on the phone, don't argue with it, just hang up. You defeat bad thoughts by thinking of something better. On the path to maturity, even temptation becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. When we realize that in the temptation there is a chance to do the right thing as much as the chance to do the wrong. Character development always involves a choice, and temptation provides that wonderful opportunity to choose right and grow in maturity. According to John Maxwell, character growth determines the height of our personal growth, and without personal growth, we can never reach our full potential. Good character with honesty and integrity at its core is essential to success in any area of life. Without it, a person is building on shifting sand. Character growth determines the height of our personal growth. Character is the strength and material of the ladder of success. If the material is brittle, the higher we go, the bigger the crash, because the material cannot sustain the height. Character is what we really are, or who we are on the inside. So if we focus on being better on the inside than on the outside, over time we will become better on the outside also. You see, character cannot be summoned at the moment of crisis if it has been squandered by years of compromise and rationalization. The only testing ground for the heroic is the mundane. The only preparation for that profound decision which can change a life or even a nation are those hundreds of half-conscious, self-defining, seemingly insignificant decisions made in private. That is why habits and our daily actions are the battleground of character. So, remember, character is who you are in the dark, who you are when no one is watching. Would your reputation recognize your character if they met in the dark? Abraham Lincoln said, "Character is like a tree and reputation is like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, but the tree is the real thing." And that is all for today. Until next time, keep on growing in wisdom and maturity. blow the cap off your capability. Be unstoppable. Be awesome. I'm cheering you on.